Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Sherman with Chiropractic Sports Medicine. I played volleyball at IPFW as a Libero there. We're going to go ahead and go through some of the basics of passing and into defense as well. First things that we're going to work on, if you don't know this already, we're going to go real basic into the hand positions. Flat hand, if you don't mind, other flat hand on top, thumb over top and thumb over top. We should have our thumbs kind of look like railroad tracks. This allows us to pinch down on our hands so our hands don't separate when we get a hard pass. As we point our thumbs down, it flattens out our arm. We give a nice platform for that pass. Next thing we want to do is we want to widen our feet just wider than our shoulders. Push our rear end backwards so we lean forward. And as you see, Ryan pushed her arms out away from her. This distance away from our body is what we want to see. We want to see that platform straight out so we have vision on that ball. We do not want that platform to come down into our body, always keeping it nice out and far away from us. Go ahead and stand up. We want to make sure that we do keep our weight onto our toes. We do not want to sit back onto our heels. Go ahead and show them like sitting back on your heels like in a chair with our chest up. We don't want to be up here because that brings the ball upwards and it's hard to stand still, as you can see. It also allows us to move a little bit more if we're leaning forward. So we want that aggressive stance in passing, whether this is a free ball pass or whether this is a hard driven pass. Go ahead and get onto that aggressive pass. Here aggressively, we're telling that ball what to do versus falling backwards and letting that ball tell us what to do. Pressure. In a drill like this, we want to make sure that she's always pushing those hands out into the ball, exactly like she's doing. We keep those feet nice and wide so we're nice and balanced. As you bring your feet together, if you cross your one foot in front of the others, you become unbalanced. You can notice how she calls the ball before it gets to her. She waits and has a nice small explosion. She's not swinging at the ball. She's giving a nice pop as she hits that ball. Remembering that the ball does not always come to us, so we need to be used to getting behind this ball. Keep the ball behind us. That way we can push that ball forward. You don't want to fall backwards when we pass. Keeping those feet nice and balanced and our weight going forward. Hands stay up. Doesn't matter which way that we move. Either way you move, we need to make sure we are still dropping back and that our last movement is forward towards our target. Forward towards the ball. Never falling backwards. On a short ball, we make sure we come through and address that ball. The closer to the net we get, the higher the arms have to be, therefore keeping the ball on our side of the net. Staying nice and low and not bending over at the waist allows us to have power on that ball and control over that ball. On a nice run through, it doesn't matter where the ball goes, but as you can see, we bring our arms straight up through that ball. It gives that ball to stay on our side of the net, and we don't have to stop at the ball. We continue through that ball. With side movements, we still stay nice and balanced. We keep our arms up and high. We're always reaching out towards that ball. You try to get to that ball before that ball gets to you, so we're always driving the ball forward. If that ball has already come to our side, we've already a little late. So always stepping into this ball, being aggressive with our arms. Remember, in a game, the ball doesn't come to us. We have to get to that ball, whether it's short or whether we're getting behind that ball. We're always coming to that ball. We're dropping back and keeping our weight forward. We are still controlling that ball. So we can do a side-to-side pass here. You can see if you need to bring that ball back to center, we drop the inside arm and then we pop to the ceiling. We drop the inside arm, we pop up to the ceiling. We don't pop our body, just our arms. We're always stepping with the foot to the side it goes, that way we don't cross in front of our other foot. And aggressively, we're stepping towards where that ball came from, controlling that ball.
Hi, I'm Josh Kreiner, one of the elite coaches here at Empowered. This is Ryan Rednauer, our 18s ones Libero. We're going to be working on a lot today our chair passing. It's something easy you can do at home. What we're going to do, Ryan, go ahead and sit on the chair. What we're going to do is we're not going to sit back like we're relaxing. We're going to sit with our butt on the edge, okay, kind of hunched over in that defensive position. We're going to start with our palms just wider than our knees, okay, with our arms out, okay. Our partner over here, okay, is going to be tossing the ball, and for the start, it's all going to be just easy midline platform, okay. Good. We're going to call ball, and then we're going to call mine when it comes to pass it. Good. Okay.
Mine.
All right. As we see how her shoulders are super relaxed, okay, and then they tense up a little bit on contact, not a lot. We are pushing forward, okay. Biggest thing is pushing. Do one more and then freeze for me. All right. how we are using our shoulder muscles, okay, these muscles back here to pass that ball. We are not using our shoulder joints to pass the ball, okay? Use the shoulder muscles to pass it, okay? A couple more. All right. You can go 25 to 30, okay, before we switch. Just nice, easy passes. Okay, now we're gonna hold. We're gonna rotate the chair just a little bit. All right, we're gonna rotate the chair just a little bit. All right, we're gonna keep the tosser in the same spot. Okay, now we're gonna be passing off of our outside hip. Okay, so we're gonna face there, normal, good. We're gonna pass actually off that outside hip. There we go, and we're still pushing back. We're still using that. Okay, we're not using our shoulder joint. We're using the shoulder muscles to pass. Good. She's doing a good job calling the ball. She's doing a good job holding. Staying as calm as you can with those muscles. If we get sporadic, go ahead and do a couple sporadic ones. Okay? We don't have any control over the ball. Okay, perfect. Go back to being calm. All right. Awesome. All right, and then we'll switch. We'll do the other hip. Do about 25 to 30 before you switch. Okay, good. All right, we're just going to go out, pass off that hip. Same thing, lining up that ball on our platform, making sure that we're holding and we're pushing that ball forward. It's more of a push, okay, than a swing. Good. All right, one more. Good job, Ryan. Last part is we're going to go back, line it up straight. Okay, we're going to be in that defensive ready position. Okay, make sure that our toes are as far back as we can. We can get them back. Good. Go ahead and lean over again. We're going to toss that ball high. We're going to use our hands to pass this next ball. Just nice little, good. And we're going to go up high. Try to stay low when you do it. There we go. Stay down as long as we can until we make that decision. Good. The nice thing about this is sitting on a chair, you can use this inside. You don't have to have a super high ceiling. I know with all the stuff going on, we have to stay inside. And good. All right, now if you don't have a partner, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take that same chair, okay, move it up against the wall that we have, okay, and all we're gonna do is just toss a pass against the wall, okay. Again, very calm platform, very calm. There's not a lot of jerky motions here. It's very smooth movements. She's calling the ball nice and loud. It's something nice, even though you're by yourself, it's easy to help that habit, okay. Nice, good, and even when the ball is a little bit close to you, bouncing off that wall, she's still breaking her platform and rebuilding it together. Good. Good. All right, we'll do the same thing about 25 to 30 straight on, and then rotate the chair, okay, and work on off both hips. Okay. Good. She's gonna try to get that ball to bounce back to her outside hip. There we go. Get it back under control. Good. Make sure those shoulders are a little bit more down toward the floor. There we go. Look how much more under control that is. Again, using those and freeze. Freeze, let me see that platform. We're using our shoulder muscles back here to pass that ball. We're not using the shoulder joints over here to pass the ball. You'll repeat for both hips. All right, and for the last rotation, what we're gonna do with the ball is it's gonna be a little slower, but we're gonna throw it against the wall, get a nice bounce back like it's a pass coming in that we need to use our hands on. And we're gonna actually push off the ground to use our legs to control that ball. She's coming up high. Good. And that ball goes really high off of our hands. Good. Make sure that ball's lined up with our forehead and not so much our face. There we go. Big, strong hands. Perfect. All right, another thing you can do on the wall is passing off of our knees. Okay, so we're gonna start with our right knee up. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna nice, easy, calm, pass midline. Okay, nice, controlled, keeping those shoulders forward. She does a good job here, keeping her shoulders forward. Good job, Ryan. All right, and then we'll actually do both knees, and then we'll switch knees. Okay, go midline again. Good, nice, staying controlled. This is that shoulder muscles that I'm talking about, not as much of that shoulder joint. She's pushing that ball forward. Good. Now, while we have our left knee up, okay, we are going to pass it off of our right hip. So she's going to go ahead and pass out right hip. She might need to scoot her knees around just a little bit. Good. Just keeping that ball nice under control. Tracking that ball in and out from her platform. You can see her eyes. Her eyes are following that ball the entire time. All right, and then we'll switch knees and pass off the other hip. Go about 30 to 40 on each one before you switch. Good. Working on that angle, keeping that inside shoulder down. Right now it's our right shoulder. Good, she restarts. If you get in a bad habit, go ahead and restart it. Good.